All right. So, geez, I've already pulled through my peanut butter, but you know me. I got me a little handy dandy load and my cup of coffee. Guys, that's been my gitch right now. A little bit of peanut butter and some coffee. It's like the mocha almond fudge thing. So let's do this, guys. This is Fairy Tale Erza Scarlet. And we're doing this. All right. So this could be like Nightwish and Dream Theater blended together. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but there's like 3 guitar parts to this. So you've got, well, I don't know if it's actually 3 guitars. It can be done with one thing, but because of the engineering, it sounds like it's 3 different guitars. What we just heard was the lead. Then we have the ding 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 ding, the galloping kind of riff playing, and then every downbeat, every one of bar, you hear a crunch, dun, 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 crunch, dun, 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 crunch. And that's in the middle. That's the only reason where I'm, for my head, and just as an engineer, I'm thinking, okay, these are hard left and right chugs. You have the solo that's playing, and you have just that punchy little crunch on the one of each measure of what we just heard. I really like the mix about this. This gave me an idea of like maybe I should listen to this before I do my final master on that track that we worked on this morning. Because I love how it's still powerful and chuggy, but I love how there was space for the more of the, I want to say hybrid orchestra style keyboard playing that they have kind of flying up a little higher, but it's not blowing out the mix, but it's very discernible. And then of course, yeah, this is a total Dream Theater Nightwish kind of blend, it feels like, just energy and vibe wise. Somebody had left, I wonder what it'd be like to join those two together in a single thing. I don't know. That would be actually really super crazy. Could you imagine that if there was a collab between Dream Theater and Nightwish? I love that. It's engineered really well. Ah, that was a great piece. Was not expecting this out of this. I guess this is an anime, I believe, but I definitely was not expecting to hear that. Once again, I always say this: I shouldn't be expecting anything when anybody gives me a suggestions. Yeah, no, adding Devin Townsend with that, wouldn't that be mental? Devin Townsend, Floor Jansen, and then the band's, combo power of, Dream Theater and Nightwish. That would be so freaking huge. All that talent on stage, my God. I'd make sure that the base of that stage was reinforced with steel, because that is some heavy metal. Oh, did I just say that? That was so bad. That's so bad. Okay. That was for Cycloid. Next up, let me see here. Some OC remix. Oh, Ren. By chance, are you here? By some chance, Ren? You left. I can't retrieve. Okay, hang on for a second. I'm trying to retrieve from Venmo. You did drop a link in here, but for some reason, I think Venmo disables my abilities to copy paste off of it. So would you do me a favor? If you remember it's like an OC remix of something of sorts. Or just give me the name of the track and I can. Oh, that's what it's going to do. It kills the link. You see that? Ren, what's the name of the track? And I'll just look it up. Or just copy and paste the name of the track in, and then I can get a direct spelling. Oh yeah, I've got about 4 of these little donos that snuck in the last 2 nights. Legend of Zelda. A Link to the Past. Link to the Past, OST. OC remix. You want me to do a remix on purpose? OC remixes. Okay, and whoops. Hyrule Castle, like puke. Hyrule. Hyrule. There it is, Hyrule Castle. Okay, this looks like it might be it, yeah? Is it the number 2? Oops, I paused the thingy, sorry. Second one. Hyrule. Oh, I'm sorry. Hyrule. You can count on me for that stuff, guys. I was on a Zoom call today, and he says, Jeeves, love you. You're a funny guy. You're a great musician, all that sort of stuff, but you're the most epic fail English spelling kind of guy. And I go, yeah, I know. I write good. Okay, here we go. Punchy kick sound. So yeah, this is a fan mix, apparently, or a remake. I forget what they call that, a fan make or whatever. But I take it that da 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 must be the existing melody from the existing OST. Am I correct? Let me know. I like the fact that this isn't overwhelming in the layers of possibilities that whoever made this could have gone, because there's a lot of space for a lot of things to happen inside this for him to or her to be able to put in this mix or in this arrangement. There could be a lot of different things going on, and so far, except for like a leveling up in the type of synth that he used, like in this little change that just happened, kind of got a little leveled up, a little louder and stuff like that. There's a lot of space in there, so it's really just I guess the focus of it when you do a remake is obviously you're doing your own touch, your own style, the way you know, in order to honor a melody. But I like this. I like how punchy that his kit sounds, and the punchiness of the bottom. So let's keep going. I like that. Oh, right. I love that. That's like a spooky thing, like a castle-y spooky thing. I don't know when this was made, but it was posted 4 months ago. I don't know a lot about DJing nowadays compared to when I was a DJ and we just kind of blended in two records, making sure the beats matched, and it would just seamlessly go into another one. As I've noticed, the DJ world has completely changed, where you actually can become a composer and arranger as well by adding sounds and stuff over the top. There's something that leads me to believe that this track, I don't know, maybe this composer has... it's like a DJ approach, and what I mean by that is maybe there's a lot of justice in the fact that there isn't a lot of layering that's going on here, but it really sounds more like a DJ approach to more of a dance rave kind of a track. The less is more is powerful. So I don't know if I'm using it, or I'm not saying that this composer is a DJ. It just sounds very DJ-ish in a composition. I mean, I guess that's why they call it a mix, right? Nice choice of bottom end. I really love, I don't know how to do this as a composer, the sweeping and the enveloping of a sound, if that's what they do and they automate that. That's what I love about this technique of music, you know, how these EDM musicians or composers use this particular style by taking something and then kind of pinching it and squeezing it out, kind of like an envelope or something like that. Yes, a lot like the sweeping somebody had mentioned earlier about that, you know, kind of sweep vibe. I'm sure that it's like automating something on the module or something that will do that. I know some of it is built in time-wise, but yeah, you know what I want to do really quick before I get into another one that was dropped on me a couple days ago. I want to listen to the original one of these, so hang on for a second. I just want to kind of catch just a couple seconds of what it really sounded like. A Link to the Past. Oh my God, what was the name of it again? Hyrule Castle. Hyrule Castle. God, I did it again. Okay, I just want to listen to a little bit of this. It's extended. I guess that would be this one. Okay, 1991, 1992. So now that I heard the mix, let me listen to a little bit of this. Obviously 16K, but the timpanis are tuned, which is great. I love that. Very regal. This is a very regal part of the arrangement. I love that. That was really nice. This is so well done. It's very proudful, very regal, and this is what we've accomplished, you know, that theme. I like the little horns. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, that's probably a repeat at that point. That was great. I actually, look, I like the remix. There's no two ways about it. It was cleaner. You know, and it was bouncier and it popped a lot more, obviously, as we're talking 30 years difference in time, 33 years difference in time compared to when this was released. But I got to tell you, there's just something to be said still about the awness, if you would. Like, I'm in awe of what it was the composers worked with and were able to relay, you know, with this 16-bit, what they were able to bring out with such little options in sound choices and stuff. And there's just great little memorable arrangements, and there are secondary melodies in there that they only had. It's almost like I feel like they played on a keyboard this big, which is not the case. I'm just saying, but like they only stayed here and did this, and it was this, you know, pure magic. You know, kind of like, I don't know if this is a fair thing to say, but it's kind of like what sushi chefs in the history of food have done with fish and rice. You know, fish and rice. You know, and then, but they have all these little things that they were able to put on it to make it just an absolute, you know, amazing cuisine, you know, but it's, you know, that's that kind of thing. You know, that kind of, you know, beans and tortilla. Yeah, fish and rice, beans and tortillas. You know, depending, if you're a chef, somebody might come from you. Yeah, you know what? And that's what I'm actually doing. Funny you should say that, Snows in Australia. This morning I played the new boss fight thing that I wrote that's not even anywhere near fixed or finished. And I actually plan on opening that track with 16 bars of a chiptune style composition in the same key that leads it into the bolder part of the mix. that's all going to be within that octave and a little chiptune sounding. I've been looking for chiptune sounds for my studio, and I can't find like ones that are original sounding chiptune module. But I've been looking at how people are regenerating chiptune sounds with modern day modules and how to do it. So I'll get close, but it's not going to be the same. Hey, Magic Spark, how are you? Okay, this next one is called, I think this is a song. Once again, because it came through Venmo, I'm not going to mention the name. But if you are here, you're here. But this one is called Let It Be Said by the Invalids. So I'm thinking this is a Invalids. This is a song. Oh, nice. So it looks like we're going to have ourselves a little bit of fusion or something here. So let's see what this is all about. You know who you are. Thank you so much for that pretty large cup of coffee you sent me a couple days ago. And let's do this. Let It Be Said by the Invalids. All right. That bass player's got fingers like a metronome.
Stop the door, apparently and try to conceal it. No one would witness the stage would leave on my white shirt sleeve. Keep it secret, try misdirection, but no one believed it. Try to present an alternate scheme, but all in all they sent me to the nurse again.
This freaking crushes.
For steps you've not been. Breathe a deep breath while I still terrified of taking off my shirt again.
Wow.
All I wanted was to disintegrate and let it to take on nature. Cover, see it, stature.
Straighten it out just a little bit, just to make us all feel mortal. Wow, I love this. So the tapping and the unique rhythm patterns that each one of the instruments are playing into wonderfully have their own life meter style. As far as not meter, tempo, as far as, why can't I think? I'm thinking syncopation, I'm thinking all these things. Anyhow, it's great because my brain is like frying and marinating. I can't lock my words in there. But I do want to say the vocals, without a doubt, reminds me of Claudio. What's the name of the band? That really super big band I've done a few times. Thank you for helping me. You guys know I forget things. But the lead singer is Claudio with the big hair, and the band's absolutely amazing. This has that vibe, and these guys look like they're having the time of their life. Yes, Coheed and Cambria. Wow. That's such an important, that is such an important part of this arrangement, because there's this. I'm trying to count the time. I don't know if it's 5, 4, 7, 8, like riff, like turnaround, or there's interwoven time signatures in there. But to me, one of the most important part of what I was just listening to is that because like I said earlier, you got to give us mortals something to lock onto. Otherwise, it gets a little too far out there, I think, for a lot of people. The drummer is absolutely crushing it. The bass playing arrangement, that you say to yourself, well, why would a bass player do that? Why wouldn't a guitar maybe be assigned that? Maybe the bass player do something a little beefy on the bottom. And I love when bass players do this because there are these unique tones to the strings as well, the thickness of the strings and everything like that. And you're getting a completely different tone. Well, it is a bass. But even when you're coming up in here and doing this, and it's not like a low note bass thing that's happening at the bottom that's kind of sizzling our balls, if you would, I hate for lack of better terms. Something of that nature, it's just, there's something so wonderfully, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, acceptable? No, that's not the word. I don't know what the word, that word, that's just wonderful. You know, sometimes it's like cello players. When cello players are playing way up in an area where the violas can take over no problem, it has a very unique sound because of the, you know, the structure of the instrument and stuff.
Down with the disease. Everything's alright. You spent several hours last night pulling all your posters down, then putting them back in their place. Exactly the same way. But now everything's fine. You're calling just to say everything's alright. And you remind to conceal out the DJs from whom they'll hurt the most. Even though you want them to know, didn't see there was permanence in odyssey. So the vessel flows, she crashed and capsized and roll us over. Winds and no witness, take no heed of thankful. We just want to suffer from a storm. We know, still ashamed of callous and hands, still ashamed of the shape, the way that used to be. All to me,
Jeez. I love this section. Great dueling, well, not dueling, great guitar arrangements. So nice. Nice drummer. Man, that was great. I really, whoops, my bad. I really loved that track. I really did. What an amazing piece of work. You know, one of the things too, that very last side, what is it, maybe 32 bars where they kind of, you know, they straightened us out. The drummer really straightened out, you know, in his arrangement and everything. And it kind of let us off the hook of trying to figure out and listen to everything. The separation in all the tracks and the arrangements were great. You didn't have to work too hard. I will say one thing, and you guys know me, I'm not really big on, this isn't criticizing, this is a, if I would have been sitting in the mixing room, kind of a thing. So only one thing that I would have changed is that the guy who was on this side of the cans, which I believe was the guy without the headstock, I would have pulled him back just a little bit. You know, that's all. There was just something, because obviously this guitar player that I just happened to freeze frame on was on my left side in the mix. I mean, me watching video, that's what it. And over here, the other gentleman was there without the headstock, with just as important arrangements. It's just a little shoved in the mix a little bit. It kind of really was slightly pulling a little lopsided for me, but that's just me with my old man mixing ears. The guy's voice is insane. It does remind me of Claudio of Coheed and Cambria. And I mean, he has his own style and everything, without a doubt, but just I think it's the tonal range and everything. You don't hear a lot of that. Even though in metalcore, there's a lot of singers that can hit that style. But that was a one little section there where he held out a note, I think, for like a half note in time, and he fried his vocals up. So, you know, apparently there's a lot more about this band, the Invalids, perhaps that I should check out. But I would not have ever heard these guys if you didn't come up and drop this on me. So I want to thank you for that very much. That was, once again, I'm not going to say your name because you didn't drop your profile name here on the Venmo. But this was a great listen. A matter of fact, I think I'm going to cut this off and actually, from the stream, clip it and maybe even put it on my channel. 'Tis worthy. Okay, next coming up. This is funny. Last one for a little while. Yeah. Sure, MM. A fitting new home from Hogwarts Legacy. Okay. Alrighty. Hogwarts Legacy, a fitting new home. So this is, I guess, the Hogwarts. This is a video game. Guys, it's late in the afternoon. Dropping in for this late session, so my brain is kind of... Did you send another one before this that I didn't get? Duh. I'll have to look at that. Harry Potter? Is that Airy? Was that a joke, Patty Cakes? Like, instead of putting the H, so that it can have that Harry Potter. Hey, Placenta de Zero, thank you so much for your prescription. You re-prescribed. Thank you very much. Yeah, 8 months, guys. You guys, frick, man. It's been 8 months. Straight, feels like sometimes. So, oh, you just missed the H? Actually, I thought that was funny. Because I thought maybe it was a little bit of a Harry Potter. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to do the... Okay, let me just shut up. Here we go! Even the subtleness of the triangle in the back is... Give me that oboe. It's just absolutely wonderful to listen to compositions and arrangements like this when a company has the money, you know, and throws just as serious as time and energy and money to find the talent needed to write scores like this. This is obviously epic as big as scoring can possibly get, as far as sound wise, composition wise. What's wonderful about this is that this is so dynamic centric. You know, a very big part of what we're hearing, though the arrangements are beautiful, the orchestrations are wonderful, have to do with a lot of those dynamics. There's a section up front where it seems like they went from itty bitty pianissimo all the way to kick-ass forte in a dynamic within about a 1-bar spread. I want to see if I can find that for you guys, because this is whenever I talk about the power of dynamics. One of the things that's really great about what happened here, if I could find this right little section, I tried to memorize where it was. I'm gonna find this little section. I want you to listen. I mean, obviously, volume-wise, as a dynamic, you hear it getting larger. But when instruments are affected by the going large and power sound, kind of like a vocalist that might start off in a head voice, and then come all the way out, all the way to a screaming voice. Listen to what happens to the horn section here. I hope I can find this here, so just stand by with me if I brutalize this a little bit. Oh, it was right there. Look. Wait, here it comes. Nope, that's not it. Wait. I get all excited. Okay, just right there. Did you hear that? The transition of power from itty bitty soft tone, you know, soft playing all the way to it, and where it was mostly evident was the horn section, because you hear that gigantic rip at the end. You know, and that's one of the very unique powers that the brass bring unto the world of composers and stuff. So I just thought I would just glow in that a little bit. I'm going to put it right here and we'll continue on. Bring in the warmth of the lower strings. Love that. So mystical, very lighthearted, and very uplifting and positive and whimsical. So beautiful, this little section here. So beautiful. That was just so wonderful, so beautiful. Oops. Yeah, I think I said pretty much what I wanted to say about that piece. I think because the overwhelming essence of the composition for me was the dynamics. Now, it's funny, oddly enough, as soon as I got back into it and we just listened to the rest of it, it was just more like hopeful, beautiful, meandering composition that really just cycled itself around a bit of an arpeggiation or the composition of a pattern that was very lighthearted. So it gave the opportunities for the composers to bring in the flute arrangement and then bring it around slowly, but then warm it up occasionally with a string arrangement, then bring it back down and take you through these, like, it's almost like as if you're walking through an enchanted forest, and you have some fog and stuff, and then every now and then the fog breaks away and you see the sunbeams, and then the fog might come in and you notice the colors. You know, it was very, this music made me feel like it was very mystical in a beautiful way, kind of in an enchanted forest kind of way. I don't know where this is playing in the game, but that was what I kind of got from it, and I thought it was wonderful. It says music by Chuck E. Cheese. No, I'm sorry. Chuck E. Myers. I guess his nickname is C. J. Scott Rakozy, and Peter Murray. And I doubt they'll ever see this video, but if they do, frick guys, that was beautiful. Loved every bit of it. So that was great. Okay, so let me continue on. I haven't been looking at my chat, so stand by. Because I want to just get right through this. Who in the hell sent me $125? Oh, that was my wife for sex. Sorry, my bad. Even my wife's got to pay me. I'm kidding. I'm sorry, like, everybody's in there, all the lurkers that have been quiet. I say something stupid. Everybody. How are you, Sakuth? And Enigma and the Segmented. How are you, Woj123 Scan Vision? Hi, I'm glad I put that like turtle in there for you guys to use for an emoji. All right, here comes another one. Hailaker, Rainmaker. Wait a second. Okay, stand by. I want to look at this, but he's saying that it's not. He says there's no video to it. Maybe this is it right here, perhaps? Like, it's not a video, but it's something to listen to. And there's also this. Oh, it looks like it must have been a part of an album or something, if I'm right. Okay, I think this is the one. Okay. Okay. All right, guys, let's do this. And I want to thank you for that. You know who you are. You said you didn't want any accolades. And plus, since you didn't put your profile name, I don't know who you are on the stream, but you know who you are, because if you're here and you're watching this, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. That was a very nice sized cup of coffee. So let's see. Hopefully this is it. If not, you'll let me know. And if it's not it, then let me know. I'll do another one. I really love this. I love the use of this kind of upright piano vibe.
It won't close.
Wow.
It won't go away.
Hear the little...
Come make the rain fall. Don't wait a day more. Day final. Safe from my love.
got to stop it somewhere. I don't want to, but I do. I want to mention a couple things. I love that piano sound first and foremost. That's what the first thing that opened up. I think within 5 seconds, I said I really love this. I love the blocking, the close intervals on the chords that the piano player is playing. He has the options. We can get our fingers way out there. That intervallically, we could have played those chords completely different. But the fact that they're nicely compact by using a lot of the notes much closer instead of spreading it out intervallically, you get that wonderful kind of almost block-ish chord type stuff going on. So there's this little itty-bitty arpeggiation going on in the background of the piano that to me is the root of everything that I'm feeling. It's introducing it to us in the most subtlest way, but there's a little piano. It almost sounds like it's a little piano arrangement, very low, way down in the mix, but so far throughout the whole song, it's been there. It's kind of the root of a drone or a note that might be the note that goes through. Then you have that cool little loop that's going on there. Whoever this vocalist is, her voice is beautiful and stunning in this song and the way it's being performed. And what's beautiful is that the notes that are in the melody are actually still, it feels like, in most of the notes are being played with the piano as well, because there's so many notes that are happening in that very close style of playing. But the tone of her voice with this upright piano is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, I can't go far wrong.
Sorry, I don't hear any auto-tune, guys.
Come make the rain fall. Come shake it, come make the rain fall. Come face it, come when you're dead and gone. Don't wait a day more.
Great background vocals as well. And this ambient now vibe that they put in.
Your eyes they move along, they don't recall.
Oof.
Only your eyes they move along, they don't retreat. Only you're right, I had it wrong, so I'll retreat.
Mm.
Retreat.
Oh, what a haunting way to end it. What a beautiful frickin' track. This is going on my playlist for sure. To me, it was it was a wonderful expose of, how do I say this? Taking the most stripped down approach to give us the most maximum beauty in melody and choice of chords with the piano playing. Production was wonderful too. I love how they gave us a little bit of that ambient ethereal vibe towards the end, and they opened it up. Piano starts pulling back a little bit. And of course the way this just ended. I'm sure this is part of a much bigger project, and I definitely want to listen to it. I'm definitely really super intrigued with, I guess, Hailaker. Hailaker is the name of the band, perhaps? Or is it Rainmaker? I don't know. No, it looks like the channel is Hailaker. And so I was completely blown away. I love this. Now, I know that some of you guys were talking about the vocal thingy, the auto-tune. And for the life of me, I usually keep my ears pretty pinned for that. I didn't hear any instance of it. Of course, there could be slight uses of auto-tune that has nothing to do with the tuning of the vocals. as much as that kind of squared off movement of the audio file. On the other hand, I've heard a lot of vocalists that have auto-tune qualities in the capacity of like post-sidechain effects in their voice, that they can make those jumps, seamlessly as well. So I don't know. I'm not saying there wasn't. I'm not saying you guys did or didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. I think it's because I was just really pulled in by the complete arrangement stuff. But when I go back and listen to it, I'm gonna listen to it and see where that possibly would have came in, because I'm that guy. I will, because I do. All right, guys, stand by for 1 second. I want to go here and I'm opening this really quick. Nope. All right, let's stand by. Meatball One, how are you? Let's see if auto-tune is adjusted well enough. Yeah, no, true. It is. Hi, Shirt. How are you? Yeah, there's no two ways about it. In a couple sessions that I did for right before COVID, the producer had asked me to actually put a little bit of auto-tune on this one performance, where I thought was great. But he told me what he was trying to achieve, and so I kind of just set the thresholds differently on when the auto-tune would kick in under certain parameters, and it sounded great. It worked just fine. I'm old, so the younger direct producers sometimes they teach me. I said, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I got it." I definitely don't know anything. I'm in my own little bubble, my own little snow globe of creativity for the last 40 some odd years. So that being said, I'm always the old guy that's always very open to say, "Teach me, show me, how'd you do that?" Even though I may never ever use it in the future, so. All right, guys. Let me see something here. I'm going to go into this here and take a look at this. What is Minecraft Chinese Mythology original game soundtrack? I want to see something here. It's composed by Garrett Coker. So I'm not going to listen to the whole dang thing if you didn't. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, so this is the one that you wanted me to listen to. All right. I don't know what Chinese mythology is. This is Minecraft out of my league, guys. I believe it's oh, hi Scanvision, thank you very much. I think it's this one, because he just gave me the other name, which was Xuanzang, Xuanzang. So I don't know. This is apparently it's done by Gareth Coker, who we already know is a very successful, super groovy composer. I don't know. Looking at this is like really interesting, because I am still at the most embryonic part of Minecraft, as far as not upgrading my skins and doing all that. So that also is going to be pretty fun. So let's see what this is all about. This is called Xuanzang or something. I think that's how you say it. Here we go. Yeah, this is done by Gareth Coker. Yeah, and also I just saw what Make 33. I agree with you on that. I mean, for myself, I mean, it's a wonderful piece of music, very well done. But I'm thinking of Minecraft, and I don't know. I was like going, I maybe there's a scene that somebody in Minecraft or a level in the game that puts it like maybe there's a Chinese biome. I don't know. As far as the music itself, I think one of the things that stand out for me, and I was in my mind for a second, I kind of drifted away a little bit while listening to it. I was just trying to think, is what we think when we listen to certain kinds of composition as, oh, this has that Chinese flair thing, or Japanese, or a Korean, whatever, if it's a Western interpretation of a melody that has been used in films for the last 30 to 50 years that we have been branded with, and kind of have it set in our heads melodically. I know that sounds a little weird and thin. It's almost like spaghetti westerns and how they're branded. You know, what was the spaghetti western before that? It wasn't anything till a composer or a couple composers came up with a specific way of approaching Western movies with this score, and then we get branded with it. And we marry that to it. I do know from what little I've listened to authentic, organic Chinese music, by virtue of the instruments, that it is very melodic in that same exact way. However, what I'm listening to right here had Gareth not added what it sounds like. I don't know the names of all the instruments from China, but it has that really nice sound. Had he not added that behind, or it's slightly behind a little bit the string, the melody, if that would have been removed and the recognition of that instrument, because I'm thinking, oh, that's that instrument from China, then it would have been more actually of pseudo kind of Celtic-y kind of vibe for me. I don't know. That's what I was just sussing in my head. I'm just going back and forth. It is not so. It is just how it is. I was thinking while I was listening to this. Macaroni Western. Hear that instrument in the back behind the strings. This was really super great piece. So well done. Now I went back into marrying this into this Minecraft Chinese mythology. Would you guys let me know, is that something that happened with Minecraft, or was there some kind of divergence in the branding and they opened up like something to the public to that has to do, because I noticed that somebody built a dragon. It looks like from this thumbnail. Well, that's an incredible piece of work, man. Somebody spent some sick time on that drag. I can't imagine spending that kind of time on it. And that's another thing. Now that I mentioned it really quick, guys, thank you. The DLC Somebody had left a comment on my video of, all of my music that I put on my shader Minecraft. It's on the RPGs channel. Somebody said that they would be willing to help me or put that all together for, what do you guys call it, a DLC? Is that a business model? I mean, it makes sense. I don't know. I mean, if I took that, maybe, I don't know, maybe I should get some other opinions on that. But is that something that can only happen through the game? So, in other words, like, what if I packaged my music, and let's just say I market it as a DLC, whatever, that this is the music, because I did write a lot of that music while I was playing Minecraft and influenced by it. But I believe the DLC aspect means that it's embedded in in the game and unlocked, perhaps. Is that what that is? They can make mods that are the size of DLC. Oh, as a mod. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, maybe that person was going to help me do that. I don't know. I should find that comment and just see, if it's something worth trying. I mean, wouldn't that be like an odd business model? I never thought about that. Writing stuff as a potential partnership with somebody that does mods. Oh, I see. Usually mods get in trouble once they charge. I see. DLC is I see what you're saying. Thank you, Square Meal. So mod fan stuff. So then you can't, there's not like an open folder of MP3s in a video game that you can drop your own MP3s and play it during gameplay. All right. That's why I asked. I didn't know what that meant. That would be a mod. Okay, so that means a mod is somebody who knows how to, like shaders, right? Shaders are mods, I guess. That does whatever they do technically, and then you do this and you copy this code and you put it in here, or you download it into this and it retranslates. It's like a whole different language opposed to the basic language of like taking a file, drop it into this folder, do this, except it's a lot more technical, huh? Something like that. Oh, well. Anyhow, I thought I'd ask. I thought that was just going, wow, what a bitchin' model. Oh, my goodness. That's got to be finished with a very solid... Oof. All right, sorry, guys. Sorry. Very gassy the last few days. I'm afraid to look that up. Everybody becomes, WebMD. Why am I farting so much? Why are my burps longer than 3 seconds? Your burps are longer than 3 seconds because you take in air while you eat. Well, I haven't eaten anything. Allah. Like Symphony that use your music library to auto-generate rhythm. Oh, really? Okay. I have to check that out. Stand by for a second, guys. I got me a message. Hang on. Oh, I put up, I don't know if you guys saw this. I put up this video on my Positive Wave Rider, and people are having such a... I went out last week and... hang on for a second. If I can do that here. I think I can. I'm pretty sure. Look, stand by. I'm going to do this really quick. Don't worry, guys. I ain't playing it for you. Oops, misspell. So I just popped this up this morning of a walk I took yesterday. And people are like so blown away going, there's nobody there. How did you do that? I didn't. I just timing. You just need to have no life and get there in the world when nobody's there. But this is Turtle Bay, just about 10 minutes from my house. So I'm just walking the whole time and there isn't a soul around whatsoever. truth be told, there's a couple golf carts that rip by. You see, there's the golf course. And then I walk all the way up to Marconi Point, or not all the way up to Marconi Point, and there wasn't anybody around. So I decided to share it with everybody. I thought I was going to do one of my videos where it was like, you know, I talk and what I do on that channel, but I just said, screw it, I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to let it run and just listen to the, you know, listen to the ocean, you know. Anyhow, I dropped that in there for you guys. It's right there on the thingy. Yeah, it was really pretty. I was surprised there was nobody around, but all the tourists are back here. You see where my mouse is kind of playing right there? I don't know if you can see the mouse over there. Turtle Bay, the Turtle Bay Resort's right past that little mound over there. You know, but that's still about a quarter mile away. This is a secret little route. It's not secret. You get access to it if you, where this is Marconi Point over here. And the 18th hole or the 17th hole of one of the golf courses is back in this corner here. But, you know, you got to know it. You know if you know. I don't know, guys. Maybe I should open up a Zen tour guide. Yeah, what do you think? You think I'd get some people come on out and I'll put them in a van and take them to some really super cool places that are off the beaten track. So, hang on, guys. Let me find something else to play us here. I had no idea, Skip. Huh. What a trip. Yeah, I thought about that, guys. Don't get me wrong. You know, if I spent some money, got like a really super nice van, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, like, what if I got a really super nice van, expensive one, but nice, but it's only like a 12-seater, and you'd have to drive out to the North Shore. I'm not going into Waikiki to pick you up, but I can get you to park in a really nice place, and we do a tour from like Haleiwa to like Marconi Point or Kahuku, where all the lunch trucks are and the shrimp trucks and stuff. And it would be like a 4 to 5 hour tour. And I make all these stops and all these really super cool places. Not giveaway places. You always have to protect the secret spots. But compared to what all the other tours do and where because I know where they all go. You know, there are a couple places where they might go to this place, but they go, and over here, this is this place. Okay, you got 10 minutes to take pictures, and they run you out, you take pictures, you go. I'm more like going, guys, part of the package is I bought us snacks and stuff, and we're going to walk over here, and we're going to sit down, and we're going to talk bubbles and watch the ocean. You know, I was thinking personalizing it a little more. I think that'd be, you know, pretty cool. So, yeah.